What's up, gamer and community? I'm back here at Gamescom, and I've just had a look at Beneath by Camel 101, a indie developer in Portugal. So I'm here with Ricardo. What was your role?
I'm a producer.
All right. So we've got Ricardo here, the producer for the game. It's quite terrifying. My heart rate is still pulsing. So yeah, tell us a bit about Beneath. What is this game, and what can players expect?
So Beneath is an action horror game. We're actually still a bit undecided if we should call it action horror or survival horror. Okay. It really depends how you look at it, but it's a game that the story is inspired by the Call of Cthulhu, but in a modern setting.
Okay.
So the action takes place in a complex of underwater bases. The main character is there. He doesn't want to be there, but he's trying to save a person. And yeah, it has action. It has a very strong psychological horror element, a sanity mechanic. So it's a big adventure with a lot of things going on.
Okay, cool. So what inspired the game? Was there a thought process that went into just creating this idea?
We love everything horror and scary and gory stuff, and we wanted to make an action game with horror elements. We didn't want just to make a shooting game with monsters. We wanted the player to feel the pressure of not having enough ammunition, to be fighting against very strong enemies, to be seeing things that the main character doesn't understand why they are happening. So we tried to get a setting that wasn't very explored yet. At the beginning, we were thinking to make a space game, but it's already a bit overexplored. And we thought, well, the ocean is very mysterious, so we could make a game in the bottom of the ocean. It's very claustrophobic, just like space, and yeah, let's try to come up with a story that could take place in that setting, and yeah, that's how we got here.
So you talked a little bit about how there's a lot of psychological elements to this game. So could you maybe touch on what kind of psychological elements are in this game? Like what does it affect the gameplay? How does it affect the gameplay?
Yeah. There is a very powerful psychic being that affects the minds of everyone, including the main character. So as deeper as he goes, the stronger the effects of that creature. This means that the main character is a bit unstable. So when he looks at specific things, when he sees gory stuff, the sanity starts to go down. When the sanity is too low, the arms start to shake. The aim is more difficult. The main character starts to laugh, which attracts the other enemies, and the vision starts to get blurry. And then there are some specific events with hallucinations and things. So yeah, it adds another layer of dread to the player.
Wow. Okay. So you've had some closed play tests and beta tests. My understanding was. So how has the community responded to this, and have they had a bit of an influence on the way that this game's developed?
Yeah. So we like to make closed playthrough sessions. Usually we do this with schools and with universities. We go there. And it's usually a group of 10 to 20 players, and it's very useful for us to see the players playing. Just see how they are doing. It's awesome for us to understand if a puzzle is too hard. If we feel that the player should be looking at something and he's not looking, we understand. And then we also get the written feedback that they give us, and usually we get really cool ideas and suggestions. Obviously, we can't implement everything, but we get some really good ideas there.
Yeah, amazing. So when can we expect to see Beneath? Have you got an expected release date that you'd like to see the game coming out? And I think you mentioned that it was going to be on PC and console, so are we looking at the same release date for all of those?
Yeah, I believe we are going to release on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series at the same time. We're aiming for the second quarter next year. We don't have a specific date yet, but it should be around that time.
Okay, so we've got plenty to look forward to coming into Q2 of next year.